Good Shabbos, my atheist friends. You know, Shabbos is the sign that separates the Jewish people from the rest of the world. Shabbos is the commandment through which we Jews express our belief that God created the world in 7 days. Now I know my atheist friends say, what's the proof that God created the world? And I've proved to you that all events have beginnings, no matter what system you follow, no matter what scenario you or Stephen Hawking creates. You cannot escape the fact that time has to begin from a particular point. There has to be a beginning point, and therefore it cannot have been all the time existent on its own. It had to have begun by some independent existence beyond time. And that independent existence beyond time must have thought and understanding, wisdom, insight, and must have a purpose to all that exists. And so therefore, my friends, I know you're saying you're an atheist, but you have no real answer as to how things started. What could start something from beyond the beginning point? And since everything has a beginning point, it had to have been started by something, deliberately. And that's the idea that there has to be a creator, because no matter what system you have, the system must have beginnings. And our Shabbos reflects that belief and that awareness that there is an original cause that created everything with intent and with wisdom and with compassion and with love. And that's the reason why you have compassion and love, because God put it there within you. And as I told you, survival of the fittest does not need compassion or love. On contrary, the less compassion you have, the more likely you'll be able to be cruel and vindictive and destroy your enemies. And in fact, the fact that you say that, well, people by staying together protect themselves, that's not so. The original settlers in the Americas are the Eskimos. The Eskimos left their adult parents to their own devices and continued on by themselves. The Greeks weren't any better. Many societies felt that way. If you weren't productive, you had to leave. And in fact, Plato's idealistic state, which is the Republic, has it that unproductive people, including the elderly, will just go off into the sunset and die on their own. And if not, I guess they would execute them. But you see, compassion has no place in a survivalist society. The fact that you, Brian, and you, Kleenex, and all you other people that I really enjoy talking to out there have compassion and love is not because you've got values, but somebody put those values in you. They did not come from evolution. In fact, evolution would dictate another kind of reaction. And so, think about it, the Shabbos that I'll be celebrating, acknowledging the universal God. And as I told you, God is a God of righteousness, a God of compassion and love. Even though people die, and died in what is called the Tanakh, but that's not the end of the story. Because you see, people's souls are eternal, and they come back again and again until they get it right. And so, my friends, I hope to see you in this lifetime, together with me, believing in a universal God, together the whole world, worshiping one God who created all, who loves all of God's creatures, and we are all the children of God. Good Shabbos.